Hey everybody, JC here with Catalyst Insurance Group, and I'm super excited to be standing here with Jason and Brian Alvey of the Warrior 110, this month's nonprofit partner. And if you don't know about me, I am very, very passionate about supporting our military veterans, and it comes down to the word sacrifice. These gentlemen served our country, they willingly served our country, and for that I am forever grateful. And so we partnered with the Warrior 110 and their mission. And Brian, would you take a moment to share with our policyholders really what the Warrior 110 is all about?
Sure. Well, a little over 2 years ago, we came up with this idea, Adam Smith and I, where we were going to road march with our military rucksacks on again, 110 miles from his town of New Albany to Franklin, Indiana, our town where we're standing right now, to raise awareness and some funds to help veterans that were struggling with post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injury, and then that usually or oftentimes, too many times, leads to veteran suicide. We wanted to help combat that, to help our fellow veterans. So we started doing a road march. We completed it again this year for the second time, and it's evolved into something bigger now. We have this gym that we've created, the Warrior 110, whereas we brought a couple of amazing existing organizations, Indie Combat Grappling, which is headed up by a veteran by the name of Aaron Johnson, and then also the Franklin Jiu-Jitsu Club, which the managing member of that club, Jason, which both of these gentlemen have agreed to serve on the board of directors for the Warrior 110. So they're not just in an advisory role. They actually get out, get involved, help veterans. We're bringing guys in and gals that want to work in jiu-jitsu and grappling and wrestling and boxing and things of that nature, predominantly jiu-jitsu right now. Is a way of working through some things, helping compartmentalize and slowly process those things that, some of the demons we bring home when we come home from war. And this it's been a huge life change for me. It's been a huge plus for me in my life, getting involved. Like I said, Jason walks point on managing clubs, so I'm one of the guys that Jason's trained over the last year or so. So I can't say enough of how much it's helped me, and we want to put this in the capacity to help other veterans as well. So
that's great, and I know you're raising funds through the Warrior 110 to help combat this veteran suicide problem that we have. How exactly are these funds going to be used, and where are they going to go towards to help achieve that?
A few different things. We like to send veterans to different programs around the country that are set up to help them in their specific needs. I.e., we're going to send at least 3 guys from the funds we've raised this last fall for this last 110-mile road march to an organization out of Florida called the Brian Bill Foundation. What they do is they get veterans, like we try to do with jiu-jitsu, they get veterans out working with horses through equine therapy. They do yoga, IRS, meditation, all these different things. It's an amazing program. I actually had the fortunate opportunity to go through myself. So if we could send veterans through that, it's a huge plus. It's a 5-day program. It costs $3,000 to $3,500 per veteran to send them through. So we're raising funds to send them through programs like that. And then we also have the overhead of the gym here. Jason, like I said, manages the jiu-jitsu side of things, where he's got countless hours of working with vets, just out here volunteering, working. He's proactive, but we still have things like the rent and the utilities and the overhead, and then trying to pay it forward to create more opportunities for us to raise awareness, other events. We're looking at some different events throughout the year, not just the road march to do. Jason and I have been talking about doing some big open houses or exhibitions or things of that nature to get veterans in. Jason, you want to add anything to that?
One of the things that those who are involved in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu understand, one of the main focuses of that is being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And veterans, that's a huge thing. They spend a great part of their youth and sometimes full careers in combat, battling and fighting. And then when they try to de-escalate their systems to a civilian life, some of that, there's still a little bit of a tendency the body needs that a little bit of aggression, a little bit of combat, a little bit of challenge. So this is a safe outlet for that, to where, again, 7 days a week, if you can get a hold of guys and come in here, you're able to come in a safe environment. You work through jiu-jitsu. We get into bad positions. You get submitted, you tap, you move on, you start over. So it's a safe way to release tension, aggression, stress. There's multiple tests and research has been done on the positive effects on PTSD patients through things like combat sports. So where some might think, wow, that person probably needs to relax and get away from that, it's actually counterintuitive. It's better for them to remain in a controlled environment in that type of behavior to be able to de-escalate. I've known many people who have come off of anxiety medication as a result of their physical activity being escalated through something like jiu-jitsu. So like Brian said, one of the main things I want to see for next year is, a large seminar-based thing to bring people in, to introduce it. If people don't know a lot about it, I always tell them jiu-jitsu is one of the things you come in day one, you love it, or you come in day one and realize it's not for you. Either one's fine, but we see a higher majority of veterans, police, fire, public safety people who come in and try it, that it's exactly what they needed. And that on to even high school or college athletes. You can go play pickup basketball, you can go play softball. You don't find people to just, if you were a wrestler or a football player in college or high school, it's hard to find people just to do a pickup fight. Well, that's what we do here. But again, it's in a friendly, controlled environment.
Right.
So,
well, I think it's absolutely awesome. When somebody willingly goes and serves their country and puts themselves voluntarily in the situations that you've been in, to have to come back and battle those demons long after your commitment to that service, it just breaks my heart to think that there's veterans out there who feel that there's no other option than to end their lives to serve our country. And so I commend you guys for what you do. It gives me goosebumps to think about the work that you guys are doing. And so thank you as an American citizen. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your continued commitment to our veterans. And on behalf of the policyholders and the customers of Catalyst Insurance Group, I'm here to present the Warrior 110 with a check for $2,150.
That's amazing, man. That right there will almost take care of at least one veteran through the Brian Bill Foundation coming up this next year, and that's huge. That's really
fantastic.
Appreciate this.
So I've really enjoyed getting to know you, Brian. I'm very passionate about your mission as well. I'm excited to see the impact that you guys are going to continue to make in the lives of veterans. And if we can save just one veteran, just one, through the efforts that we're doing, it's well worth it. So
You already have.
Thank you very much for what you guys are doing. Thank you, policyholders, customers of Catalyst Insurance Group.